Watch our kid back. They can't come the other way.
Alright, GG.
We get it? Good execution.
Got it.
Holy shit!
Green, we just censor office and dog, right?
Yo, what? It like swings open? Dude, this is slick.
I'm dropping.
Going. I'm pushing.
Nice.
A vote for Futureman is a vote for the future. Argus stock up 5 points in the wake of recent crime.
The bullets are real. The danger is real. The excitement is real. Coming to you live from Governor's Island, Argus presents the deadliest game show ever aired. Kill Room USA. Watch as 5 low-down punks and 5 Argus enforcers go head-to-head in the ultimate combat challenge. D-Day. Storm the beaches for a dangerous frontal assault. Jungle. Hide among the leaves and employ guerrilla warfare. Castle. A powerful defensive fortress. Observation. Survey the area and keep an eye on the competition. Hint. For one wrong step can mean the difference between shortcut and cut short. Who will survive inside Kildome, USA?
Watch Kildome at 7, only on Violence TV.
Alright, here we go.
Alright, what's the plan?
Are we going all out?
Yeah.
But they could do this. I don't think that they'll try to open storefront.
I feel like storefront's a big enough play.
Door charge freezer, and then wall charge storefront so you can look at the front.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's rocking what?
I'm taking extra flash just to try, see if I can finish it right here.
Alright, I'm out of here.
Well, they're going now. They're ready.
Here I'm heading north.
All right.
Who's got a clacker?
Do we have arcade, or do they have it?
We still have arcade.
3, 2, 1.
So I'm going in.
Freezer and storefront.
Hit the power.
Send it, brother.
Watch our kid. Watch our kid back. They can't come the other way. They can't
Alright,
come
GG.
We get it? Good execution.
Got it.
Holy shit!
Green, we just censor office and dog, right?
Yo, what? It like swings open? Dude, this is slick.
I'm dropping.
Going. I'm pushing.
Nice.
A vote for Futureman is a vote for the future. Argus stock up 5 points in the wake of recent crime.
The bullets are real. The danger is real. The excitement is real. Coming to you live from Governor's Island, Argus presents the deadliest game show ever aired. Kill Room USA. Watch as 5 low-down punks and 5 Argus enforcers go head-to-head in the ultimate combat challenge. D-Day. Storm the beaches for a dangerous frontal assault. Jungle. Hide among the leaves and employ guerrilla warfare. Castle. A powerful defensive fortress. Observation. Survey the area and keep an eye on the competition. Hint. For one wrong step can mean the difference between shortcut and cut short. survive inside Kildome, USA?
Watch Kildome at 7, only on Violence TV.
Alright, here we go.
Alright, what's the plan?
Are we going all out?
Yeah.
So they could do this. I don't think that they'll try to open storefront.
I feel like storefront's a big enough play.
Door charge freezer, and then wall charge storefront, so you can look at the front.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's rocking what?
I'm taking extra flash just to see if we can finish it right here.
Alright, I'm out of here.
Well, they're going now. Get ready.
Here I'm heading north.
All right.
Who's got Clacker?
Do we have arcade or do they have it?
We still have arcade.
3, 2, 1.
Tell them going in.
Freezer and storefront.
Get that power.
Send it, brother.
Watch arcade. Watch arcade back. They can't come the other way. They can't come
Nice.
through.
GG.
Good execution.
Got it.
Holy shit!
Green, we just censor office and dock, right?
Yo, what? It like swings open? Dude, this is slick.
I'm dropping.
Going. I'm pushing.
Nice.
A vote for Futureman is a vote for the future. Argus stock up 5 points in the wake of recent crime.
The bullets are real. The danger is real. The excitement is real. Coming to you live from Governor's Island, Argus presents the deadliest game show ever aired. Kildome, USA. Watch as 5 low-down punks and 5 Argus enforcers go head-to-head in the ultimate combat challenge, D-Day. Storm the beaches for a dangerous frontal assault. Jungle. Hide among the leaves and employ guerrilla warfare. Castle. A powerful defensive fortress. Observation. Survey the area and keep an eye on the competition. Hit. Or one wrong step can mean the difference between shortcut and cut short. Who will survive inside Kildome, USA?
Watch Kildome at 7, only on Violence TV.
Transition.
Hey everyone, I'm THBine, I'm here with Sandwich today and we're making some maps.
Hello, gamers.
Axum and Sandwich swapped, so Axum will be on the stream tomorrow with Smith, and Sandwich is here with me today. And it seems like we're doing C-stores.
Yeah, we're gonna start off by doing a couple C-stores, and then I think we'll do a dome as our last one.
Okay.
I just want to
Sounds
get
good.
a couple maps done real quick.
Sure. We switched technology to stream, or to shared Sandwich stream from Discord to OBS Ninja, so if any of you is noticing any changes in quality or whatnot, please let me know if it's like better or worse than usual. I hope it's better, but on my end actually it looks a little worse. 20k bitrate should be fine though, right? Not sure if it's actually using 20k. Alright, seems like we have fridges on this map. And a skylight.
Yes.
Ooh. Storefront skylight.
Yeah, this is going to be a green storefront.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to get this in a position I'm kind of happy with.
Sure.
And that can always be kind of difficult. So we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. Like, I like this kind of layout, but it also is kind of, I don't know. It seems a little wonky, but I'll leave it. I think it'll be fine. Maybe put like some deli cooler back here or something instead. So instead of this standing fridge, do a deli cooler.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the one?
I mean, I guess fridges are not as relevant when the bomb is not actually in storefront. So,
Yeah, I do want to try to keep it
sure.
there.
No, I'm not saying you should remove it.
Let's see, which side is it? Cool. Do. Come on, give me the tag. Zool. Then we'll move some tags around, and we'll get a new gen going as soon as we can. Some extra miscellaneous stuff I need to clean first. Which is kind of annoying, but I did make the work for myself, so I shouldn't complain about it too much.
Okay.
Let's do... Yeah, I think that's actually fine. So you got angle, 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 so... where's this other red door gonna go, and where's power gonna go?
Yeah. There's no toxic here, so I can't answer that.
You know, I'm just gonna slot power up here. Slap it up here and call it good. All reliable, never fails. Let's check. See. Gotta move this. Hey, good. Let's remove the office tag up a little bit. The storage tag a little bit down. Okay. So what do we got?
You will see. Oh, okay. Stream is back. I changed something. Quality
Welcome
share.
back, stream.
Both of them. Doesn't seem like it changed much.
We'll just get rid of one. We'll place this.
Sandwich, what's your internet upload speed?
Like 100 megasecond.
Okay.
Unless it's crapping itself, which is very, very possible. We've seen it happen before. Ooh, that's good today. Dang.
Right, you have 100 up. That's cool. I want that.
You know, I have, like, my PC specifically has like between 100 and 200 up, and then like 400 down, I think, if no one else is downloading something.
That's nice.
So it really all depends on other people downloading or uploading. Like right now, we have a couple people on calls in my household.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know, between conference calls or video calls or whatever. So it's probably a little bit lower, like closer to 75, but that's still better than most. So I think we'll just, yeah, I don't think we need that other one. We'll just clean up the storefront a little bit, put some extra props around here, and be good. What do we want? I want the cigarette thingy.
Flogal says, please don't forget the staircase to Skylight.
I would never. Never.
One? I
Oh,
didn't
wait,
see
I
it yet.
did. But thank you for reminding me. Let's get that.
Okay.
Oh, there do be a bird outside my window. Mr.
I'm considering
Chickadee.
switching back to Discord right now because I can't get OBS Ninja to look good. It should be able to, but it might needs to a bit more tinkering.
Okay. You want to just do that real quick? Technical difficulties.
Well, finish the map and then we can switch between when you're switching to the new one.
I think I'm almost done here. I just want to try to get this truck
Bard is now
somewhere.
playing to Process Beta. Cool.
Mr.
Well,
Bard.
Looking at the clock, it seems like it's engineering stand-up, so that would make sense.
Yoink.
Tetra wants a funny car peak. And Res
Funny
asked if we
car
can get a
peak.
pile of cars instead of stairs. Maybe not.
No. I would love to, but unfortunately, between my lack of artistic vision sometimes when making levels, because Lego pieces go burr, and player readability, it's probably not going to happen. Though I can definitely look at making some of these cars into a staircase and making that a thing, but it's a lot easier to see a normal staircase, so I don't know what I'm gonna do about this. It's kind of... It do be kind of icky, though. Give me the car. Give me the cash! Give me the cash!
The cap.
Trying to figure out where I want this other red door to go. I'd love to put it in bathroom, but I mean that's kind of also like a huge
A
pain
little
in the
close,
butt.
yeah.
Well, it's
Putting
a
it in
little
freezer
close to the
seems.
truck.
Yeah, also that.
Just do it
I
there.
thought a little close to bomb, but
Yeah, but if I
Ooh,
put it on
flying
any
truck.
of these walls, it's gonna be a bit harder to deal with from my view if I do it on any of these. So I think this is fine. It clears out freezer. All right, let's take a quick looky. We'll move this little room tag up as
oh no.
Right.
What is OBS Ninja doing now? Okay, we definitely switching to Discord after this.
yeah. I'm just gonna save, and then we're gonna swap to Discord.
Screen is scrambled right now. Usually fixed itself after a moment, but
Okay, let's swap to Discord real quick.
all right. I have to turn this off and turn this on, and then you have to start streaming.
Hung up that call. Screen share. Ba-ba-da-bum.
Max, choop. Move this over.
Now I
Looks
can look
good.
at Twitch chat.
There we go.
OBS Ninja moment. True.
Why did you? You don't have to have the tab open, I think.
No, but I want to read. I want to read chat.
No, what I
sometimes
meant
you
is
do
like
something.
OBS Ninja should not block you from reading Twitch chat.
Well, I mean, I closed the tab earlier. Like I had
But
tabbed
you don't
out
have
of
to
that
close
tab.
it, but you. Oh, tabbing out
No,
kills it.
Yeah, and you were like, "Where'd it go?" So I was like, "Oh, hello, Tetra. How are you? You breaking my domes?" That's all I've seen for the last week and a half is how much you've broken my domes, which I do appreciate. But
Also stop. Well, actually, no. Try harder now and see if you can still break it after today's patch.
I mean, there are certain things that'll still be able to be done with runouts, but like some of them we just can't solve without delving super deep into the level gen side of it, and I don't know, we'd rather be working on new content for you guys than, you know, fixing something that is already had multiple preventative measures in place. It's just they need to work a little bit better. Look, I warned you. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're going to be able to still. It's just how often, you know, like I can make some more assets that will prevent it a bit more. It's just we got to find out what the use case for them is first. Yeah, we're making maps. 2 questions for your stats project? Sure. Sandwich must see my poor suggestions. I don't know what your suggestions are. What were they? Do you remember?
No, the suggestions, I'm not sure. I know
Oh,
what
pile of
Alex's
cars
questions
instead
were.
of stairs.
Oh, yeah.
Did you have another one?
I don't think so. But Alex's
you're-
questions were: do you own an at-home media system, and do you own vinyls or CDs?
An at-home media system? Nope. I have a computer, and that is it. And I don't own vinyls or CDs. No.
Almost the same. I think I still own a few CDs, but I don't use them. Actually, not too long ago, I used them in my car because my car doesn't take USB. But since I found a way to, found a cable to plug my phone in via usual audio cable, I usually use that now. So.
Do I want to see these nuts? Ah ha ha! Got him! Ah ha ha ha! Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. We are waiting for Level Gen to do the thing. How many levels could a Level Gen if a Level Gen could gen levels?
That's a question I ask myself almost daily. I lose a lot of sleep over it.
Sometimes I do wonder how many levels we'd be able to make if we had a level gen up to like 95% efficiency, where we only had to place like doors. Do you imagine like 100 maps? You just sit here,
close.
you gen. Yeah.
I think the issue right now would be more like we're not like sure it takes time, but there's also we have some like if we make too many levels, then downloads and stuff get too big. I mean that's less of an issue now than it was a few weeks ago. Now that we removed the asset bundling, but there's still some limitations to how much we can chunk out without getting people going crazy.
And the other thing with it is like even if you had it up to that point where it was placing things like bomb and power intelligently, you'd still probably look at it and change things around just so it like plays a little bit better. Like the time of completely randomly generated levels is long gone, and they had their charm.
I don't think getting like from what I've seen so far, I think and I learned from you guys and stuff like that. I feel like placing power, bomb, and doors automatically will never. Well, some doors maybe, but a power and bomb placing those automatically seems a waste of time for the most part, and not worth it. It's just like, why would you do that? Like.
Yeah,
it's probably easier for a human to go in and just say here and here, done.
Yeah, and that's part of it too. Is just it's very hard to tell level gen, hey, this will gen here and it will be good, because it doesn't work like that. It's a lot more generalized. Yankee Dawn. So much we played around together last week and it was fun. Hey, I'm glad we had a good time. Hope we can play together again at some point. Yeah, I'm trying to play a little bit more. I've been stuck playing a couple other games with friends right now. I'm playing like Sea of Thieves, Valheim, a little bit of Realm of the Mad God. Finally got my white star for that. So then I've been biking a lot. We've had some amazing weather in the Pacific Northwest for mountain biking and dirt jumping. So I've been doing a lot of that.
We had some good weather yesterday and today as well, but from tomorrow onwards, it will be rain all the week.
I do watch GPL, yes. Normally, I just lurk, unless I am emote spamming. Yeah, like, can you imagine just bomb right here?
No, bomb. That would be.
Oh my god. Let's just move that back there real quick. Oh my goodness.
Did you watch this week's DPL matches on Saturday?
No, I was actually biking when they were going on. So
that's fair. I just found the Nemesis bad frag so funny.
Well, Charles proceeds to activate bomb. Yeah, it just blows up the bomb.
Yeah.
But instead of activating the bomb, it just deletes it
just
from
blows
existence.
Up.
Yeah, just the bomb. Congratulations, we did it, boys. The bomb is no more. I need to get folder. They are very cool. We need this guy.
I think the two most active devs in the DPL Twitch chat are usually Bard and Zach.
That makes sense.
They're in there all the time.
It's kind of hard to work it every time around my schedule because, like,
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm always wanting to do things on the weekends.
That's understandable. Especially since you're West Coast, right?
Yeah.
So it's in the middle of the day for you,
Yeah.
I think. Like for me, it's in the evening, so that's fine. But Tetra and Bard are the most active devs. Something feels wrong about that.
One of these things are not like the other. Just thinking. Very peculiar. I think we'll just nuke that guy. We don't need you. You are expendable.
At the pinball machines.
Yeah, I want to put a corner piece in here though. I want to do this guy.
Okay, you replace the pinball machines by the Dance. Now, what's it called? Danzo USA or whatever. That's fair.
Yeah.
Danzo USA.
Something like that. I need room for this door, because otherwise it's gonna be horrendous to try to get in and out of that thing. Bard is very sus. Whew. DDR Zombie Bacon's wet dream.
He really likes the Danzo USA machines, even though he refuses to call them that way.
We're gonna do pillar. Just get some caps on these. Bust a cap.
These don't
Come on.
flush. Oh, okay, they do though. Does fridges often spawn as a wall like that? I mean, technically it always does, because if I'm understanding this correctly, fridges is a sub room, and the actual fridges are the connection between the storefront main room and the fridges sub room.
Yep. Pretty much. Yeah, like if you think of it like the
like
way
the
that
little
a C-store
is the sub room, right?
Yeah, like the way that C-store generates with fridges is it'll first spawn the storefront, so it picks a storefront shape, and then in order it'll spawn tellers and then fridges. So this is a sub room, and this happened to pick a 2x4, and then this is a sub room and it happened to pick a 2x6L. It looks like.
Yeah.
And then the change here is that the sub rooms, instead of using normal walls, they use whatever we designate as walls. So for these, it would be the teller counters, and for these, it would be the fridges. So technically, yes, they always spawn as walls, but then we'll go in and, you know, create openings or gaps or what have you. So yeah, it's just kind of
interesting. I don't think I saw a freezer in fridges before.
Well,
at least not actively noticed it.
Yeah, I think this map is going to be pretty deceptively brutal to attack if you want to go into straight for the bomb. Like this alone looks pretty scary to me. So then
It's a pretty long run for sure.
We're gonna
when do we get procedurally generated procedural When do we get procedurally generated procedural level generators?
That's not how that works, but I never. So never. That is the answer. Never, because it would put me out of a job.
I'm not even
Technically, it
sure what the
wouldn't.
point would be. I mean, I realize Snumps is just making a
Yeah,
joke.
selling
but
the-
I like to take jokes somewhat serious and think about it sometimes. And I mean, then you end up with a
Selling the
bunch of
fact.
different level generators that all pump out levels with different, varying degrees of quality. So.
Procedural generated guns, sir. This isn't Borderlands.
That's fair.
I'm gonna have to look at whatever you put in level feedback after the stream. I'm not gonna open it right now.
I'm
'Cause
just looking at
it
the
do be
thumbnail.
streamed on-
Thumbnail. He's under the dome. So.
I mean, that's fine. You know, if you can still get under the dome, we want to hear about it because we'll find ways to mitigate it. There's only so much we can do without feedback. So
Oh, I'll watch it on the side. So he's shooting up. Oh, well, this is basically an interior door, so that was really easy. What map is this?
do I want to put? Yeah, I want to put an arcade thing here. I think arcade always needs to have
Okay,
that
that's the map
anyways.
name.
So-
That's that one, yeah.
And let's do office. Let's do
DP looter shooter. Yeah, maybe not.
due process battle royale win. You can never nerf me. Ho ho ho. You're playing with some magma.
You realize you're talking to the guy, well, not Sandwich, but me, who has, well, I think Sandwich as well, actually. You're talking to two people who can just ban you from the game if they want you. I consider that a very strong nerf.
The strongest of nerf hammers.
Yeah.
Of nerf bats, it's the ban hammer. I wouldn't ban someone for that because, like, it's just
No,
part of the game design.
joking.
I've always been very firmly on the side of you're not allowed to go outside, like period dot as a defender, but there does need to be a certain how do you say it? Like grace period where a defender can peek the door and not get insta killed, because I've played it with both where you basically have an insta kill drone and you on the other side you have a drone that is even more lax than the ones right now that basically won't shoot you unless you are like intentionally trying to run around the level. And I personally think that the first one is better. We're having the drone just like, if you had to choose between the two, I would choose personally the insta kill drone. But it's just too punishing for new players.
Yeah, the main issue with that I see with that is that it's like, since it's line of sight based, it's also sometimes like targeting you in the building.
Yeah, and we don't have the code for that anymore apparently because of the refactor. So there used to be some code that let you not get shot indoors.
Yeah.
And it was based around level volumes, apparently. I learned about this just the other day. So, and I do remember talking about it with people, but I don't ever remember actually experiencing it. So yeah, I think that'd be really good to have, but like we just bigger fish to fry, you know? We got more
Yeah, for
things on our
sure.
plate than we really know what to do with right now. So getting that extra little bitty of help is much easier said than done. Tetra OP? No, dude, Mace was OP. We had to make
And
like
Rari.
3 major design changes just to counter that dude.
I mean, he's
So
still
he-
there, but he's not
Yeah.
trying to break the game as much anymore, I feel.
No longer doing whole runouts and running around the map 3 times. Yeah.
Yeah, Mace was the kill the attackers outside of the building king back in alpha. Yeah, and for a time there was also that very person. And I feel like there was at least one more.
Yeah, there was a couple people that were really good at it, but Mace is the one I remember getting killed by all the time.
Mace was definitely the one who did it the most. Yeah, I just wish the truck trophy system would insta-kill you when you're getting close to the truck, but I understand why it doesn't, because if it's actually facing the building, it might kill people inside, so...
I mean, that's... Like,
It's the same thing
I'd rather have it just insta-kill them and, you know, have us not place it somewhere where it can see inside the building. Like, if the truck can see inside the building, then that also means that the defenders can open a door and look right into the truck.
That's true,
So,
I guess.
Like, then
That's a good
we as the
point.
level designers have messed up in multiple ways.
I would assume that the way it's implemented right now is that it's just another UAV though. So changing this without changing the UAV would require some non-insignificant code changes.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about how it works. I don't think it's as simple as like a value, you know, a single like you know, a kill after X seconds sort of deal. If it was, I could probably just do it myself, but I think there's way more to it than that.
Yeah, I think you would. Yeah, probably a little bit more tricky than that.
Just a wee bit. Yeah, truck trophy system is very pog.
Yeah, it definitely. I mean, I'm. The gun that shoots the defenders on it is cool, but the really important part is actually the trophy system, shooting at the frags and whatnot.
They're important in their own ways.
Sure, but the one that was more egregious, in my opinion, was nading the truck.
Yeah, because there's nothing you can really do about that if you just get a frag dropped on your face.
Yeah. Because runouts, you can actually counterplay somewhat, right? You hear the eep. I mean, it's still hard for new players, but it's somewhat doable. You get get a warning, you can shoot back. But if there's just a frag landing at your feet without warning, then, well, what are you going to do?
The problem with that is that if you remove the line of sight blocking parts of pit and beach, you're making them, like, have some really, really weird stuff happen with them gameplay-wise. That, like, I don't want to tell you about because you're probably going to end up abusing it if we do have to do it. So, like, yeah, that's an idea, but it's not something we can execute on just because it will make it wonky, and it will make it, you know, have some very odd, how you say, like, gameplay laws, where it's like, well, why can this thing happen when this thing can't? It's like, oh, because we said so? Like, that doesn't make sense. Dome is a perfectly fine and balanced tile set, Kappa. Should I do it like that, maybe? Doesn't really... kind of fits that way, but it doesn't really have a purpose if I do it that way. I'll do it this way. Alright, and then maybe let's do like pillars over here, like these guys. Yeah, I'll just add on another one of these. Give me the end cap. Close enough. Alright, now do that.
I feel like the freezer play is actually pretty strong on this.
Yeah,
It
I'm
basically
thinking
puts
I'm
you
gonna
on
move that
bomb,
down here.
like-
I'm going to move that door. We're going to move it right there. Because that's still very powerful, but it's not as bad. The other thing I need to think about is where I'm going to put my green. Because I haven't thought about that, and that's kind of a problem.
Yeah, it's important.
Just a wee bit. Just a wee bit, laddie. Oh, get out of here. I mean, cadets are QA to an extent, but
And also
Aussie
not
can do
QA
QA.
maps, so
yeah, Aussie can do QA a heck of a lot faster than cadets. Because that's the thing is like, he's got to check all of the maps every single week. And yeah, you guys might find more stuff than he will, but we are on a time deadline every single week. And like, being able to sit there and play it for hours on end to find every single little bug, like that'd be really nice, but we don't have that kind of time to be able to like play out a round on every single new map. Like it doesn't exist.
I always wondered, is it like, would it help if we would like buffer the maps for a week? Like have them come out a week later?
The thing with that is if we do that, we are going to have to take time from somewhere. So where's that time going to come from? Is it going to come from like new tile set development? Is it going to come from fixing existing
you need
problems?
like one extra, you need to pump out one extra week of maps?
Yeah, like if we want a buffer of some kind, it's got to come from somewhere. It can't just like, materialize. Like we can push ourselves to do a certain amount of maps. Like let's say like
only once.
Axum and I
You need to only
decide to
do it
like,
once, right?
Well, let's say we decide to do 30 maps each, so we have a total of 60. Like that's maybe 2 weeks of work. Well, not of work, but like of like buffer. Like that's not a lot. And then what we're essentially buying ourselves 4 days, maybe like 5 realistically, because it would involve QA. So we're buying ourselves 1 week for just getting 2 weeks of maps done, but that 2 weeks of maps is going to be hard to get done by itself. So like the time has got to come from somewhere. And
but you only have to
have lives
put it
outside
into time
of this,
once,
so.
is what I'm saying. Or are we?
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
I think we're on different pages. Yeah, we're on different pages. Like it would work, but all that would happen is the maps would get rotated out like quicker. That's the only thing that would really happen out of that. Like we can't make the map pool bigger than it is right now because it's already.
I'm not saying
too
you should
big.
make it bigger. What I'm saying is the maps you're making today, like what would happen if the maps you're doing today would not ship this Friday but next Friday?
They might not catch changes that are in the pipeline for next week.
That's true. Okay, that's one downside, sure. But would it help with
would
QA and stuff?
It would cause more work for both Grant and I.
Why?
Because we're having to make an extra week of maps. In
Yeah, I
one
mean,
week.
it would be more work once. Yes.
So we're using an extra week to prevent a week of work.
No.
Yeah, like let's say we do.
What I'm saying is
our 2 days
okay.
of map,
Now what I'm
right?
what I'm
and then we have
suggesting.
2 more days of map, and then we've used the 2 days from next week, so we just start working on other things next week. Like you're just
No,
shifting
what I'm
the weeks
suggesting.
around.
No, what I'm suggesting is you pick 1 week where you go double time and create twice the amount of maps. You release half of them on that Friday, and the next half of them on the Friday after. But the next week you also make your regular. You go back to a regular amount of maps, which you then can release a week later.
I just crashed Unity. Nice.
Yay! So you would do double time once, and then you're always on a buffer of 1 week.
But then we're behind on our other work. That is more important.
Yeah, I'm not saying. Yeah, I understand that. I'm just wondering. Like, I'm understanding this is an investment of like 2 or 3 days for the two of you and Aussie. Well, not necessarily.
Like, we've
I guess
done
Aussie
it
is on the
before.
same.
We did it when
like what I'm thinking of is this: would this maybe be a valuable investment, basically, depending on like, would this help with Q&A to not have this short time window of creating map, fixing map, creating map, QAing map, and fixing map in 1 week?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Like I don't know from Ozzy's end like how far it would get you. Like I have talked to him before about like, you know, how many maps could you realistically get in a week? He says as long as they're done baking by Wednesday morning, I can get, you know, like X amount done. But like if you take like even just like an extra day to do something, like I have stuff to do on Wednesday, right? So like I can't use Wednesday to make more maps because I have other things to be doing. It's just not like it's not something we
we're
normally
still
do.
on different pages, but it's fine. Let's just move on. Maybe I didn't explain myself very well.
No DP shortcut? No, because I launch everything through Steam. That's on Steam.
Yeah, I barely use my desktop either. I use it to launch my browser, I think.
You guys better get a healthy amount of sleep, otherwise I'm gonna sue Gek. Ha ha ha! You're talking to two people who don't get a lot of sleep, like as is.
That's
So, like, and I know Axum doesn't get a lot of sleep either. We're all vampires. Leak browser
I mean, there are lots
history?
of vampires at this
Oh.
company. Like, I
am
know a
not
few.
going to
I
leak
know at
browser
least
history.
2 more people who are working at the weirdest times.
Yeah, like I'll hop on and I'll see them in Mimas at like 3 a.m. I'm like, what are you
Mhm.
doing? Why are you still up? You don't want to see my browser history. It's full of just weird Googles like octopus giraffe and
What?
you know our zebras horses and like what constitutes a sandwich, like
Mhm.
just very odd questions that you keep you up at night, you know.
I see how it is.
Come on, Unity, you can do it, buddy. Go
Unity. 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 Unity.
It do be chugging.
Has
What are the
anyone won the $6
aerodynamics?
trillion from C-Star yet? Kenneth Futureman maybe has.
Whenever a cow gets mentioned, I just think of the dancing cow gif.
I think of cow level in Diablo 2.
Alright. Oh, it's very blue. I'm blue. Da-wo-dee-da-da. Let's open this thing back. And then we should be able to do a dome. Mr. Map, I would appreciate it if you loaded, please. Mr. Map, bring me a gen. Da-da-da-da. Yeah, we'll get to make a dome in all the right ways. I want that. Alright, where was I? I had done all of that. I need doors. Doors. I'm actually really not thrilled about this arcade door the more I look at it. Like, I feel like it's needed, but at the same time, it's really blah. Just kind of blah.
Blah. Why?
Yeah. Because I got to put a green door
Thoughts?
somewhere, and it's going to be back here.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's
Yeah,
just
I see. Yeah, then we don't want that door there.
It's pretty much just doubling up on freezer, and I don't want that. But now it's like
But even if you even have a green door there now, this is still a very good entry to the bomb. Like,
yep.
Go for the freezer, shoot out the shelves, you're on bomb. Done. And I guess there are a bunch of angles you have to worry about, but a very short path.
I think it's this guy. I see you. When are who? But who is what when the when is how? Call the number. I think we're gonna want Breaker in the bathroom.
That makes sense.
This-
Seems hard
this
to
is-
get to. Well,
Well-
will we add another red door, or do we go?
Yeah, but
Okay.
the problem that I'm gonna run into right here is where do I put truck? I'm boxing myself off on all angles.
Okay, how you keep truck where it is, put red door south bathroom, and put power in office.
Yeah, kind of like that.
You could even put red door into teller if you really want to.
No, that's a little janky.
Maybe a bit too strong, yeah.
Yeah, it's basically the storefront breach, but you get it with a door charge,
Yeah.
and you get the whole storefront.
Yeah. I was just thinking it would not be so too bad on this map because you still have to make yourself all the way up to the bomb far north in fridges, but yeah, it kind of makes the storefront irrelevant at that point. So not if you turn off the lights. That's a good point.
Yeah, we'll just leave it like here. It'll be powerful, but there's pretty much like what 2 ways in, so. And we'll do the button over here. Cool. All right, let's take a final look. I think I'm done with this map. I don't want to look at it too much longer. I need to do this. And then I think we are good. Cool. All right, let's make a dome. Watch out for the green truck peak. That's what the UAV is for. Like if I'm putting trucks like this is defeating the purpose of the truck UAV. Like I don't have anywhere else I can really put the truck. So if it's gonna get peaked, it's gonna get peaked. It's just the way it is, and we just need to make the UAV more aggressive. I can do this, but this is exactly what I was doing to prevent it beforehand, and it wasn't working.
It helps a little bit.
Yeah,
It might be
a little
working
bit.
now that we have the gun on the truck, so it's
It just doesn't kill you fast enough. Like the
Yeah.
truck gun should be an insta kill, but the problem with it, like you mentioned earlier, is that like if the
That's
truck gun could
unfortunate.
see into the level in any capacity and it can insta kill people, that's gonna suck to play on. It is what it is.
I mean, eventually we get to the point where we can tune it a little bit more fine-grained, like a little more detailed. Where like, don't shoot people inside and whatnot. But
Yeah, that's what that level volume system I was
Thing
talking
was-
about
yeah,
would be, but we need this guy. Nope, we need this guy. Do 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 do. Because I'm not the sole. I'm just a level designer. I'm not the sole gameplay designer for this game.
Snums asks, why not make truck gun full auto and make it do damage instead of insta kill? I don't know how this. I don't see how this would solve the issue. Like this would still give people a few seconds of time to kill attackers who are in the truck.
Like,
It's the same problem.
I don't know what your opinions on it are, Pion, but like my personal opinion is if you are outside as a defender, you die. Period. Die. Like you do
It would
not
definitely
step
be
outside.
the easiest, but I kind of like these cool rotations.
Cool rotations are fine.
Yeah,
It's
it's hard to find a line where those are possible, but abuse is not. It's the
Yeah,
problem.
like we have this problem right now of like these rotations are cool, and I've done them too, where like they breach into storefront and there's a red door, you kick the red door and you flank around behind them. Like
Yeah.
that's cool. But how do you tell the game that that is different from running out and trying
Yeah.
to shoot 3 people as they're exiting the truck with, you know, a KR or something and getting a kill? And then they have to breach with 4 people, 2 of them are at half health. Like there's no difference between that and a cool rotation to the game. It's just a flat value for the UAV of it kills you in this amount of time and you build up heat depending on how long it can see you.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is kind of a cool one. I'm gonna keep it. And
makes it
again, like we had that title, that hint card, the tip card that said don't go outside, the UAV will kill you. And it doesn't. It just straight up doesn't. Like you can walk outside a green door and peek the truck and still not die.
There's actually on Dome, you right now can get on some cheeky angles on the ramps. Like not super cheeky, you just can step outside fairly far without getting noticed by the guns in some spots.
Yep.
So you can like
Yep.
go like 2 meters outside of the red door or something like that and not get shot. It's a bit weird.
I mean, the truck gun should shoot immediately regardless.
Yeah, but it doesn't have
In
line of
my
sight
opinion.
sometimes on the ramp, like on the top part of the ramp, depending on
Yeah,
how the
no,
map
I'm-
is.
I'm just saying, in
rotated.
general, the truck gun should shoot immediately.
Oh yeah. The
It
truck gun
shouldn't have a
itself,
delay on it.
I totally agree. I think the truck gun should always kill you instantly as soon as you step into line of sight, as long as you're outside of the building. Like the edge case obviously is the truck is somehow looking at a window or a door and is able to shoot inside. That would be bad. But
Which
as long
has
as
happened
you're,
in the past, but we
Yeah.
just need to be aware of that.
if
It's the same thing for this stuff where it's like if you have a door, let's say here, and the level is far enough to the southwest, like the turret in the top northeast corner might be able to look in like super far, you know? And like we don't want that. That would just be blah. Be so bad. Like the punishment is that they don't get to play the rest of the round because they're dead. They have to sit there and spectate.
attackers leave truck turns into Mac Profit.
Truck just lifts off.
Transformers.
Yeah. It turns into Voltron and just starts running down the road, smashing everything along the way.
It jumps on the building. No, yeah. In my personal opinion on this is should like if the truck gun sees a defender outside, it should immediately kill it. And the UAV, we should try to tune it in a way that it allows for cool rotates without allowing for shenanigans, which is hard, but I think we can get there in most cases.
Yeah, it's a hard balancing act, especially with the UAVs, because there's so many different use cases for the UAVs where it's like, okay, well, when you adjust something like that, are you thinking about the factory windows that you can shoot out and they can see you from a super steep angle, or you know,
I
are
think
you
we
thinking
should
of
just
the
stop shooting
windows,
inside,
or-
honestly. I think that's
Well, that's what
that's
the level
mechanism.
volume stuff that we were talking about earlier was all about.
would allow, yeah.
You know, and it would allow for that, and it did allow for it, where it just like if it sees you inside, you have like 5 seconds to just avoid it. But as soon as you step outside, you have like half a second, which is, you know, that's a good solution. But we need the code support.
And we have the janky workaround for it right now, where the doors have special code for you to go through.
Something like that. We need.
I think that's being used for the UAV. I'm not quite sure actually.
We need ops
Have to
actually.
confirm.
Stede Forest. This one. I'm so excited. I took my bike in this morning, my trail bike, to get maintenance, and I'm gonna get it back this afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little bummed I can't ride it quite yet, but I'm a little sore. I got my second vaccine yesterday.
No,
So,
that's fair.
yeah, I'm definitely fatigued, but I'm not feeling like horrible. Just tired. Is there no pit ramp? Where are the pit ramp? I only see these ones, and these are not the ones I want. Stair?
My little
maybe?
son just got a new bike to his birthday, so he's really happy with that
Nice.
as well.
You can get the little shredders going.
No,
A
even though
little
he's mostly
Grommes.
using it to get to the kindergarten. So
You just get rid of Ancient Titan as a map. Why bomb and base? Because funny? I don't know. Because it's different. It's not the same. Like, it might be a bad map or an unliked map, but that's not exactly a reason to get rid of a map. You know, like 1 to 2 weeks after it's been inside rotation. Like, we can make the same maps over and over, but then we get the feedback that things need to change because we're just doing the same things over and over. So, like, you know, it's kind of a losing battle either way for us. It's like, which feedback do we listen to, right? It's a very tricky balancing act. Like, we can do the same things over and over, and it would make our jobs probably a lot easier, but the game would become very stale, like very, very quickly. And it's gotten to that point before because you can just get into habits when you're doing these levels of like, I'm going to do this thing in this area for the 9,000th time. Like Bomb Storefront. People hate Bomb Storefront, but it was like that for such a long time. People didn't really complain about it. Now, people don't like it because it's just become meta. It's like, okay, well, we need to shake up the meta a little bit in our map design, and I think that's okay. Also, I need to figure out what I'm doing on this map. Oh my goodness. I think I want to do a door here. Door here and door here. What do you want to do, Sandwich? I want to go to bed.
maybe make a bed in one of the maps. Can we make a bed?
Make a bed? No. I mean, if you ask, depending on
Bed
who you
in the
ask, all
lava
my
pit.
maps are bad.
Make the lava pit. Make a bed in lava pit.
Bed in lava pit. I feel like the artists would not appreciate me for that.
Just make like a skeleton inside. It would be funny.
I don't think we would have a skeleton.
That's a
To
good
be
point.
honest. Yeah. I mean, we very well might. There might be like a default asset for it or something.
Oh
I
god.
don't remember.
Just get one from the Unity asset store. I sure
Yep.
nobody minds.
No one would notice. Just like, what is this thing that looks drastically different from everything else in Duke Raw does?
Topic
I
for
don't
next
know.
art meeting. Why we hate Sandwich.
I'm just gonna have to get rid of like all of these. Dang nabbit. Let's see. Will you give me the proper thingy? Pretty please? No, you're not going to. Nice. Okay. Very cool. I was really hoping it'd be nice to me, but it's not going to. D-Day. Now, how many dome videos do I have to make until I get my own dome map?
You
I don't
need to
know,
make
that's a
enough
question for
videos.
Smith.
Yeah, you have to make enough videos so Smith adds you to the partner program, and then you get to make a map at some point.
What is it called? Beach, maybe? No, let's
What
do
you looking for?
mid to mid. I'm looking for these, but I always forget what the folder is called. Base ranch. Then I need... There's a specific one that's for doors, and I'm not seeing it. This guy. And then we gotta get this folder. Oh. We'll do that to nab this guy. Get over here. Cool. All right, so that's that done. I'm also gonna put a door here, and I'm gonna.
Why is Dome so hard to defend? I don't know. Is it? Depends on the map, I think. It's mostly, I think when it is, it's mostly because it's only 4 rooms, so it's always somewhat easy to get to the bomb, or not super hard.
It's always 4 rooms though. There's only 5 rooms in Dome. It's just beach.
No, what I'm saying is, but what I'm
same
saying is that like other maps have more rooms, like other tile sets, and that's why there is usually no door right in bomb room, which is not super uncommon for Dome maps because of the low amount of rooms.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of problems with Dome, and it just kind of all adds up. It's a very hard subject to completely fix. So it doesn't have one just simple solution. Otherwise, we could have just done it by now. But and then I want the observation door here. Let's get rid of that. Let's do forest. Oh, I don't want that. There we go.
Why did it play the animation?
I don't know. I clicked on something. I don't know.
Is that the that's a money thingy, right?
It's when defenders win.
Yeah.
Majority of the red door observation pushes the way to go. Yeah, red door into observation is pretty brutal.
Yeah, they're strong.
Which is funny though, because it seemed like all last week people were saying that observation is pointless to take or hold.
Yeah, I remember that.
Different people, different feedback. It always amuses me a little bit. It's very good to get different perspectives on things, but people tend to be very divided as well on like what they think is good or what they like, you know?
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool too. It's not like not too much mob mentality going on. Not too much, you know, it still happens a little bit, but let's see. I do want to make this a little bit simple. But I want to put something in that corner. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this, and I'm going to modify this a little bit. We're going to move these grass walls over so they come across on the beach. I need this.
Do people complain about do people complain about observation? I mean, they complain about it being useless in most situations, or impossible to. Well, not.
It's more impossible to hold. I think is the general consensus. Which I mean, that's their experience. I'm not gonna diss it.
Toxic explained it fairly well. I think that's a pretty common point of view. Observation is too easy to take on most of the maps, which makes it somewhat useless for defenders because you always get pushed out too easily.
Yeah,
that's a common feedback for sure. It's definitely not the only perspective on this topic, but I've heard that before.
Yeah, and it is a little bit hard because like, I have personal different experience. So when I'm thinking about like, okay, is this map going to play good? I'm generally using like my experience. As just the baseline for whatever I'm making. Mm-hmm. And that alone can be kind of tricky because it's like I'm just thinking about like my experience, not other people's. So we're gonna just stick this guy in the back corner. Doesn't need much. B gameplay irrelevant. You can just sit in the corner and pout. There you go. A little rat corner. What am I gonna do about this stuff though? This stuff's all kind of ugly. I haven't even looked at base yet. All right, let's think. So what are we gonna do about this, and where are we gonna put bomb? In the doors. Oh my goodness. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the backstreets mid-maps observation without a red door? It's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean that's the best use case for observation for sure.
I agree. That's
being
the
in
most
the
fun
middle.
ones. They're
It's
not
the same thing
trivial
with
to take,
Castle.
and they give good observation or like a good visibility on a lot of. Well, if you put the bomb in there, then you kind of defeat the point of it, though. So.
Yep. Yeah, and bomb and observation kind of sucks to push because they can, again, like obs is all about seeing around the corner and observing. So like when I play obs, I'll generally, like for here, I'd put a barbed wire here. You'd be able to see them and peek the corner immediately. So it's like they have to put a flash up here, right? But if you just hide in this corner, you can tell exactly when they're going to cross and just peek it repeatedly, like jiggle peek it. And especially if you do like 2 barbed wires there, that would just be devastating. Like they're not getting up that unless they either get a really lucky flash and can get around this corner long enough for them to like get up the stairs, or they kill you when you're peeking. But I've had really good luck playing against people and doing things like that. And then I think we'll do don't look. We're making cursed DP.
Uh-oh.
Cursed DP
It's
cover.
not even 45. What the hell are you doing?
It is 45. What are you talking about?
Is it? Oh, it might. Oh, okay, yeah, it might be 45. It's just offset. That's why it looks weird.
This one is not 45. This one is
There we go.
60.
I wasn't making things up.
No. That one was a little bit further.
Yeah.
Was shooting at the obs cams from the outside with mid-caliber weapons ever discussed? Yes, it is intentional that you cannot. Even with high-powered weapons. I wanted to,
cannot just
but
deny
I was
it.
shot down. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because otherwise what would happen is people would just come up beach and they just
And then we just
waste
start
a whole mag,
blasting
just
even.
just wall banging
Yeah,
as
it would
much
not
of
be
this as
fun.
possible.
Yeah, it would either be completely pointless. Right? Like either it's not important enough that people do it, or it will be so important that it's gonna be annoying. So
Yeah, and like people
what's the mid ground?
like people shouldn't be able to negate a room entirely just by doing like a very basic operation like shooting it with their primary weapon or secondary weapon. Like Factory kind of has this issue where you can run around the whole outside with your pistol and just shoot the windows, use all 15 bullets for 15 windows, and then the UAV can see into half the map. And only one person needs to do it.
What do you know? Can you give us some thoughts about frag grenades destroying observation? Because currently they don't, but it would kind of make sense if they would.
It would make sense, but I am unsure about that because I'm not the person to ask about it. I think it would be cool for
Do
sure.
you know it would
but-
would it be easy to do this from a technical side, or would this require some significant changes?
No clue.
Okay.
Yeah, it would be really cool. I don't
Just
have
toss
enough
a frag in
experience
there,
on it.
destroy all the monitors.
I don't quite have enough experience in that
Hmm.
area to tell you whether it could or not off the top of my head. Like I'm sure if I looked at it and tried to piece it together, I could tell, but not while I'm just making maps. What you got? What time for the defenders to shoot out specific walls to OBS? What do you mean? You got plenty of time. You got like 30 seconds before they breach the building.
Well, if you include the time they take to walk, yeah.
I mean, if you just spawn in obs, you spawn in obs, and boom. You know,
fair.
it's all prioritization. If you want to prioritize shooting out windows, you go and shoot out windows. If you want to prioritize placing barbed wire, you prioritize that. Like, you know, I'm not going to tell you how to play the game. Unless I do, in which case, haha, I get good. I can't even say that anymore because there's a lot of people who are way better than me. So.
You used to be one of the top players back in Alpha for sure.
Well, I also played a lot more than I do now because
Yeah.
I didn't have a full-time job. I had a very part-time job that was kind of just like, yeah, just show up on time and do your work. And I was like, all right, sick. Sick, brother. Yeah, like, I don't know how many of you were around for it, but that's pretty much what happened when lights could be shot out, is you'd have like
Yeah.
a gap meta where like 90% of the time in setup was spent just like shooting random lights to make a room like perfectly dark,
Yeah.
which is fine. You know, I miss that stuff, but that is a thing
That was
that
kind of
happened.
cool.
Can't wait for it to come back. Good. I feel like these got too low. I think I made them a little too. I think they need to be like at that line right there, and they'd be perfect. But they're just slightly, ever so slightly too low. I still don't know what I'm gonna do with this whole area. Oh my goodness. What do 1v1 me?
Do you keep
I
the
mean,
bomb in?
I pick
in the
attackers.
water?
I win.
Nah.
Easy. GG easy.
So do you want to keep the bomb in water or in the water, or do we?
But I need to figure out where I'm putting my doors before I do that. Because like I can
Okay.
put the bomb here and then decide a red door needs to go here, I guess. And then it's kind of like, well,
Well, put it under the map. That's probably fair. Tetra would appreciate.
yeah. Observation bomb. No. I would love to put bomb in observation because it would make my life amazingly easy. Yet I cannot. And I shall not. For it is against my creed. Actually like bomb just being like right here. I think that's fine.
It's not too bad.
Yeah, I'll just move some of this stuff around.
Just
Like I like having
be a
this.
bit tricky to place the doors now. Oh, and you
Yeah.
probably want to move power now as well because power
Yep.
next to bomb is kind of iffy.
Yeah. I am going to sit in the back of ruins and say hi with my mop and lots of bullets. Yoink.
What's the downside of having easy light access for attackers and observation bomb? I mean, it just makes the room fairly pointless. That's my main issue. Like, why do you even... Like, why is it observation at that point?
Yeah, power functions best when it is in a room that is not
No,
directly
he's-
affected by it.
No, I think that's not what he's asking for. He's asking for bomb in observation and then give attackers a reasonable way of turning off the lights so they can actually get in. But that would just result in the same strategy every round, which is attackers taking power and then trying to storm observation. And
That's not
that
necessarily
ruins
a bad
observation because
thing.
at that point observation is just
It's
not
not
observation
necessarily a bad thing though, because like if you can predict exactly what's going to happen before the match even
Sure.
starts, that's good. Like we want that, but
well,
the problem
if it's not
is
if there's a if it yeah to a degree. But my main concern with it is that if you turn off power, then observation is not observation anymore. So if that happens sometimes,
Yes.
that's fine. But if the attackers only if the only means for the attackers is to get into observation is by turning power off, then well, we can just use a regular room instead.
I mean, yeah, it's the same thing with any other map though. Like the objective is get the bomb ASAP. How are you going to do that? Now, if it comes down to it and the easiest solution is just, turn off lights, hope for the best, because they can't see inside the bomb room, like that's fine to me, but it's not very fun to play against, I'll be honest. So, also I need to find a way to get up onto here, and I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that. How are we gonna get you up there? I think what I'm gonna do actually is I'm gonna do this. Ba-da-boop. And then I want that piece. Make sure I get the right one. And we will drag it over
stack
here.
power, you can hold power heavily, and if the attackers predict the defender is defending power hard, they can just rush observation from the other side. I mean, I guess, but it's
Like,
it
we have to
would
work
be
on
very
theoretical
specific
when we're
for
level
that.
designing,
Like,
so.
it would require the map to be in a way that defenders can really only hold one or the other, which I don't know. Seems unlikely.
Yeah, and like when we're making levels, we pretty much can only base it on theoreticals. We can't base it on like, you know, assuming that someone is always going to go a certain way. Like, I can't always assume someone is going to go for a storefront wall breach, even though it's reasonable to assume so. I can't, because there's a very, very, very good chance that they either won't want to, they won't know how to, they won't know that it's a thing, they won't they won't remember the clacker, they won't have the resources. Like, there is more to it than just like, oh yeah, we're gonna always go here, and I'm going to always try to stop it as a level designer. So it's kind of brutal in that regard. Also, I don't want to stop people from like breaching storefront, because that's kind of the whole point of those shutters. Like, if we didn't want you to breach them, we just make it not breachable and just, you know, live with it. But we do want you to breach them with a wall charge, or have the ability to breach with them. This whole back area is going to be really powerful. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a red door like right here. Then move the truck over, like over here. And then I think we'll also do bomb over in this corner instead. So right now, this whole area back here is kind of looking iffy. Like, there's no real reason to go back into this area, you know?
Yeah. True. What if you put the
I
door
could
there?
move bomb like here. Well,
That.
I suppose I could do red door right here. You think that would be okay? Because it's close.
I mean,
that would be our
then
power
you have
red
to-
door.
Wait, is power in pit or?
Yeah, it's in pit.
Okay,
it's
yeah,
on
that would
the-
be fine.
this side. Yeah, because then you'd still have to go around, and you'd
Yeah,
kill
yeah.
obs with that, but you could also go to bomb through the water and have to deal with the sniper.
Yeah, I think that's
So
fine.
I think we'll do that.
There's a line of sight from the ruins thing down into the water, right?
Yeah,
Right there.
it's
Yeah,
this
these
is,
are low enough. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's fine. I was wondering, by the way, what is for you the tile set? Like, which tile set is for you the hardest to make in terms of like putting into door and bomb placement? Like, where do you have to
Dome.
think the most? Dome. And is
Straight
that
up
because
dome.
of the lack of experience, because it's the newest one, or is that because it's the hardest to design, in your opinion?
It can really, it's like a puzzle that can really only be put together in one way for me. In a lot of cases. So if you try to put it together in the wrong way, it's just not going to want to work. And that can be very troublesome. Like, with other tile sets, you can kind of just, you know, call it good at a certain point. Like, you don't have to do certain things, or, you know, think about certain things. But with Dome, it's like you really have to think about everything all the time. And it is brutal. It really is.
So what's the reason for that, and why is it that there are only 4 rooms?
The reason for only 4 rooms is if I add a fifth
you
room, it's
misunderstand. I was
going to
making
be
a joke.
horrendously big.
I was making a joke. I was asking what's the reason why is Dome hard? Like, what's causing the issue you just described? Is it that there are only 4 rooms, or is there something else going on?
No, it's a big tile set, but it needs to be big and wide open, and that is problematic. Like, it's hard to make something that feels good that is huge, because like due process survives on there being a predictable like solution or plan to map that a player can realistically look at and be like, yes, we're going to do this plan this time, and it's probably going to work out or not work out, you know? And if you don't have that ability to plan within the 2 minutes or whatever allotted time you're given, you are going to fail, and it is not going to feel good, and then you are never going to open the game again. It will be feels bad. Like it comes down to predictability. That's what I would say to take away from it is if
Yeah, but why is
you
this
don't
harder on
have-
Dome than on other maps or other tile sets?
because if I put too many clusters, if I put too many objects on here, if I can just fill up the entire map with everything that I can possibly throw at it, sure, it'll be defender sided. Sure, it'll be unfun to play because you can't predict where people are going to be. It all comes down to predictability. If I can say, okay, there's going to be someone up here and here, you know, probably one playing obs and one protecting pit, then maybe like a lurker, you know, and he might be playing like back here waiting for the people to like fall back. Like I can tell where people might be, right? If I fill up every single corner with every single little bitty that I can of cover and like little info thing, you're not going to want to attack it because you're going to look at it and be like, yep, we're just throwing this round. I don't care. You know, I want you to care about the rooms that you're playing in, and I want you to be able to look at a room and be like, yes, the defenders will be here, or the attackers will come from this entrance, and we will barb off this location to stop them from pushing that entrance. And if you have too much cover, which Dome, it's very easy to do because it's hard to tell like how big it is. It's huge. It gets very hard. Like this is almost too much cover for me. Even this in ruin / jungle. Also, there's no. Oh, here's the tile. Like it can just be a very daunting task to make a dome sometimes because you change one thing and all of a sudden you have a sightline to a door that you were just like, oh shit, now I gotta fix that. And then, you know, you change that thing and then that thing affected some other thing that you weren't really thinking about. And you're like, oh, well, I gotta go and fix that now. And it's kind of like a domino effect of it just happens over and over and over again, depending on what you do. Like I make a single change to beach. Like if I made a significant single change, I'd have to redo entire sections of the map flow right now because I believe it would not flow very good. And even right now, I'm looking at it and I'm like, I don't know how I feel about some of this stuff because I don't think it'll flow very. But it's also hard to tell from like a top-down perspective of how something will play when it's never been played before or done before in some cases. Is beach access possible for defenders here? Yeah, technically it is from this jump, but I'm gonna fix it.
Yeah, fix that.
I just want this walkway right here.
Someone on YouTube is asking if there's a peak from pit to beach door. I don't think that's high enough.
No, it's not high enough. There is one from here though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be able to see someone's head.
Maybe.
Which is
Might
fine.
Might also not be high enough.
Maybe not, but I'm not too concerned about it. You get maybe a split second to look, so it's not a big deal to me. I'm just trying to figure out. I'm pretty sure you can jump on these, and I don't want you to be able to jump on them. If I'm just like here, so. Okay, can I get this thing, please? Unity? Thank you. Why are you selecting floors? Thank you. Goodbye. Why is it selecting mesh? I don't understand. I have like a button stuck down or something.
Can you zoom out once for Tetra to see if he finds a way to get under the map?
Sure, give me 1 second. Dude, why is it selecting the meshes?
Unity, behave.
You know, no kidding, dude. Oh my god. It's like not it's selecting things like look at this. It's selecting the floors for some reason, and I don't know why. Like why are you selecting all this random crap? Okay, so you select it fine when I do that though. God. So frustrating. It's like working with a teenager. I don't want to do that. I want to do this right now. Well, you're going to do what I tell you. And you're going to like it. You're going to select this thing instead of a floor. All right. All right, there you go. And then we're probably going to do a red door up here as well. Real quick, I will throw that down. Forest red.
Cole on YouTube just wrote, Olmao, I take shade on behalf of all the other teens who play. Well, Sentry's not trying to tell you what to do, so that's fine. Petition to put blockers on every vending machine on C-Store. Is that a problem that you can get on them, on top of them?
Yeah, this is the first I've heard of it. All right, there you go. There is your non-Underdome map.
Feel like that's probably fine.
It's fine.
You can
You're not
still
going to be able to get
shot
under
from
any of these.
there. And you can still shoot from there. You might be
The
able
only thing I'm
to
worried
get
about
into
is this
that
turret
little...
shooting in.
Oh no, wait, you didn't still have... With the pillars blocking some line of sight, it might be possible to get between base and pit under observation.
No, because there's turrets in the cardinal corners. So if you look at it, you're going to have to go up and around. You're going to get shot from turret. You're going to get shot from turret. And you can't run all the way down right here and get around anymore. So I think we're fine. On top of them, I mean, I could put blockers on them, but that's a toughie because there could be things that those soda machines get used for that I am not aware of or don't pay attention to very often. And that would be a problem. Also, I am going to do I'm gonna make this whole perch area right here non-cover.
I'm not sure what he was referring to, but Tetra says that you can fit in a little spot at the ramp at the base of beach. Okay, yeah, but how do you get
Like
there?
here?
No, I think he's next to the landing board. There's like a little corner.
Sure, I'll delete that. Now you physically will not be able to.
The landing board. No, over there.
Literally, you cannot get down here unless you
I don't
spawn
think you
outside.
can. Yeah, I agree.
Like,
Because
if
get
you
shot
open this
from
door, you will
north
get
and
shot.
West, right?
Yeah, like you'll get
East.
shot from right here because there's a turret literally right there. So if you open that door, you will die.
Okay, I think he misread something on the map.
No, yeah, like that truck might have.
Wait,
blocked
where
it, like
are
this
the
truck
guns
might, but-
located?
Cardinal corners. So
Cardinal corners. Oh, okay. Yeah, that
corners,
makes
yeah.
sense.
So
Yeah, that's how I
northwest,
remember them
southwest,
actually.
northeast. Yeah.
Now that I think about it. Actually, if you somehow make it to the center of the map, you probably can survive there and shoot at the truck.
Yeah,
But you would have to make it there, which is the hard part.
Yeah, and you're not making it there. There's
probably
there's
not.
no space on this map to make it.
Yeah.
And if there is, then well, there you go. You know. Speaking of though, I need to
Somehow he
get
always
rid of
finds
some windows.
something. Yeah, maybe.
It's just
But yeah, with
That
the new
do be the
change,
way
it got
is.
really hard. So I'm pretty confident in this map. If 4 people paid UAVs for 1 guy we can get on beach. Sure, probably. That's similar to the one exploit on C-Store.
Yep.
You can like sacrifice 2 people or something like that to get 1 in a safe area outside of the building. Actually, I talked to a few people earlier about getting onto beach by sacrificing people. And one cool situation where this actually could be useful is end of round. All attackers dead, but they dropped like the saber or something valuable on the beach. So you grab a body and start sprinting outside. One of you dies, the other one gets into beach and grabs up the saber and saves it for next round. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm not sure how your puck managed to spawn outside, because there's literally nothing here that would allow you to spawn outside.
It shouldn't
Like
be able to, but now it's acting weird.
You
sometimes.
obviously did, but I think that's just a problem with the spawnable script instead of the levels.
Maybe. It's
Yeah, I don't
definitely
think
funky
it's
in some situations.
Like it's done that recently on Factory, where it'll just like spawn you inside of things for no particular reason. And I don't know if we ever really figured out why it does that. It just kind of wants to, and so it does. No, I can't really delete those guys. I'll do a wing right here as well, just for good measure.
By the way, what was I was stating recently that I never fell into pit. I have to correct that statement now. I recently fell into pit.
Womp womp.
It was really dumb as well. Like it was in the middle of the day. There was nobody online basically, so I had a 2v2, I think, and I was teaching a new guy. And I was trying to explain him stuff while I was spawning in pit, and I was moving and stepped into the lava. And I was like, no, I'm dumb. It's not. It wasn't even like proper. Like it wasn't because it was just because I was trying to teach that guy, while also making a decent play and putting barbed wire there. Didn't think about the consequences, so that was kind of rough. But I think I never fell into pit as an attacker, for example. I think I so far avoided that completely.
Alright, I think this is looking fine. I do need a way up onto the base ramps though.
Yeah. Should. Yeah. Tetra thinks you found a spot. So if you can zoom out one more time for him after you place the ramp. I don't see how you would do anything here really.
I mean, if you can walk out and not get killed here, it's just more evidence for me that we need to increase the lethality of those turrets.
Yeah.
Because they're not doing their job in the slightest. That's all it means to me.
Would it be hard to make the pillars like ignored by the trucks, similar how the ramps are now? Because I feel like the pillars
Probably
are part of the
not,
problem.
but there's weird game law interaction that'll happen. So, and what I mean by that is, let's say for whatever reason you throw a grenade at that pillar, it will just phase through the pillar.
Oh.
Like that, it's a little bit unintended. Yeah, it'll solve the problem, but like
probably not an issue specifically here, but I see where you're going with this.
Yeah, like it just makes some weird situations where it's like, well, why did that thing happen? And it's like, well, because I mean, we wanted to prevent other thing from happening. You know, it kind of becomes a cat and mouse game. I'm glad I saw that though. Let's do
That would be a nasty door.
Yeah.
just fall down there.
Run out and half of the door is just missing.
I'm going to bed.
Rat spots and outruns. Rat spots are fine. Rat spots are rat spots.
agree.
Runouts are dumb. Like again, my thoughts on it, my personal thoughts are that runouts are stupid. We have a tip card that says don't go outside. We should lean into that and just make the UAV lethal. But there's problems with it, and we've talked about this a little bit already, where you have to give people a chance. You have to give players a warning that they're being targeted, and it's like, well, where does that like warning end and lethality begin? Like how do you judge what is acceptable there? Because I've played both extremely lethal and extremely non-lethal, and both of them have their benefits and downsides. So I think we're gonna call it there, actually. So I'm just like falling asleep right now.
All right.
I am. I'm so tired.
You didn't
So,
got
we
enough sleep tonight?
No, I got my second COVID shot.
All right,
That's
you
my
mentioned
excuse. That's my excuse.
That's fair.
I got my vaccine. I was a good kid.
All right. Preparing the raid right now. Okay, cool. So that was our making map streams for today. We'll do another one tomorrow. Well, not we specifically, but Smith and Axum will have a take on it tomorrow. And then I will do community hours on Wednesday. And then we'll be back next week as usual. So yeah. Thanks everyone for stopping by. Say hello to Bryce for me. We'll be raiding. And then see you next time.
See ya.
S61, I'm sleeping at 39. S61, I'm sleeping at 39. S61, I'm sleeping at 39. S61,